Hello lovely Pisces, and welcome to Horoscope Forecast for you for 2015. That's from January 2015 through to December 2015. And this applies whether you are Pisces, Sun sign Pisces, or you have an ascendant in Pisces, so Pisces rising. If you're unsure as to how to work out your rising sign, then you can always contact me through the website www.lookgordonrobertsspiritmedium.co.uk. That will get you through to the website. You can browse everything about me. You can also obviously contact me with an email on that website. Now, on we go then. So, you lovely, wonderful Pisces, what does 2015 hold in store for you? Very, very interesting year. First of all, Neptune, which is your ruler, your recent ruler, sits well in your sign. So you are feeling certainly quite at home as we go through 2015. It is in your first house, so this is going to give you quite a bit of added strength. Now, I like to give overviews for the year really as a précis, as a brief, just looking at the major points. I'm not going to get bogged down in detail because I give weekly astrology and also monthly astrologies uploaded onto the channel. So if you want to check out things in more micro detail, then you need to go to that. But in general, the first thing I really want to talk about is Saturn with you. Now, Saturn has been sat in your 9th house, and this is sat quite nicely with you. It's a learning time. Now, 2014, as you went through 2014, there I feel would have been a period of study or learning. That could be formal study, or it can be just observing what is around you that enables you to move up to the next level. So perhaps you would have been, as an example, involved perhaps in some form of work that you knew needed a tweak, wasn't satisfying for you, and so you made an adjustment. That is a learning curve. That is an adjustment, still in a learning process. Now, that seems to have all been accomplished. So I want to say to you, you seem to know where it is that you want to go in 2015. You've got a lot of ingredients coming in 2015, but as we concentrate on Saturn to start with, Saturn moves from your 9th into your 10th house. Now, the 10th house is ruled by Sagittarius and is your house of ambition. Now, Pisces, I would say, with your sign, you are not necessarily as an ambitious a sign as, say, something like Capricorn or perhaps Aries, where they're really driven. You get what you want, but you get it in a very determined way. You tend to be very much a player that sits in the shadows, still getting very, very strong, getting what they want, but you're not blatantly out there pushing. Now, when Saturn, which is a transformational planet, comes into your 10th house, it's saying to you, now is the time to reap the rewards of what's gone before. And where you've had this learning process over the last couple of years, now is the time when you can start to feel confident about your own success. When it's in the 10th house, in your particular position, I don't feel it's about drive, I don't feel it's about getting there, I feel it's about more reaping, pulling in what has gone before and enjoying the fruits, most importantly. Now, the other thing is we've got 4 eclipses as we go through 2015. What is quite pertinent to you is that there is an eclipse, an early eclipse in the year, March, April, and then we go to September, October. But as we go to March, April, this seems to have a feeling of a gift being given. And this is really around, I feel, March. It's around the eclipses, March, April. There's a feeling of something being given, a gift being given. It's a very positive. It's a very positive beginning. So between mid-March and the end and the beginning of April, it's like a new beginning. One phase starts, one phase opens up here, and another phase that you've been waiting to close off for quite some time starts to kick in as well. Now, this does seem to me to be really focusing on the area around relationships. So Whether it's a new relationship starting, a relationship being taken to another level, so perhaps you've been living with someone for a long time and you decide to make it more formal, so it ends one area and begins another. It can also mean children. It can also mean starting businesses, so starting a business and leaving behind employment, or vice versa. Mid-March to April is very strong time for starting and losing, beginnings, endings, quite big and marked. As we go through to the second eclipse, the second eclipse is all about, and this is really, I feel, around the September, it can be around September time as well. This is all about really being free. This is about cutting ties that bind you to something. So if you've been studying, this seems to mark a midway where you can actually either gain employment or get that study working for you. If it's to do with work, then it suddenly steps up a gear. Communications perhaps with people around you brings you more into the spotlight. Very important year 2015. You are going to be able to really put a marker in the sand, a flag in the sand, and saying those changes really took place. They really were positive. They were really uplifting for me. Things that I've been waiting to come in, things that I've been working towards, come out to fruition. It's also marked here as well for possibly buying and selling property. So if you're looking to perhaps buy your first home, or you are looking to sell and move on the property, but if that marks a landmark for you, you've been living there perhaps for quite some time and you wish to go off and do something else. These things are well signposted. It's not a mishy year. It's not a year of fluff and what am I going to do, what direction am I going in. Now if we go back a year or 18 months, that's really where I feel you were more in that market, Pisces. But now this is very much decision. This is decision time. This is reaping the rewards of what you did in 2014, 2013, 2014 and bringing it to fruition in 2015. Really stepping up a step, coming to the end of the year and being in a lot better position, a much changed position than you were when you started. Money seems to come more towards you and seems to be more balanced. I don't see a massive outflow. I don't feel a massive outflow with money. I feel that actually coming in and being lifted. But what is very clear is that as you go through 2015, if there are situations around you that you felt trapped in and that you felt dependent upon, then those situations resolve themselves to the positive. Thank you very, very much for getting involved with me today. My name is Gordon, and you can contact me direct on the website, which is www.gordonrobertspiritmedium.co.uk. If you like what you've seen, enjoy the channel, please give us a like, subscribe, because subscriptions always help and it just makes the channel much more fun to produce for you guys, knowing what it is that you want, and get interactive with us. Leave comments if you wish to. Once again, you can get in contact with me on the website, say at the bottom of the page, but I leave now saying thank you so much for listening to me, and I wish you a very happy, prosperous and a wonderful 2015. Thank you.